Hello everyone, I am going to explain some questions from exercise 3.2 from class 11. So, the question which we have to solve is find the value of other 5 trigonometric functions in exercise 1 to 5. Means from 1 to 5 questions, they had given us one trigonometric function, remaining functions we have to find out. So, we will start from the question number 1. In question number 1, cos x is equal to minus 1 upon 2 and here x lies in third quadrant given to us. So according to this we have to find out remaining 5 trigonometric ratios. Here first we will start from the cos x. I wrote here since cos x is equal to minus 1 upon 2 and we know that the reciprocal of cos x is sec x. That's why the first trigonometric function which we can calculate soon after availability of cos x is sec x. So just do the reciprocal of this, that is going to be minus 2. Now with the help of cos we can calculate the sine because from identity, that is sine square theta plus cos square theta 1, sine is root 1 minus cos square theta. So put here cos square value, that is when you will do the square root of this you will get here positive 1 upon 4, substitute here, take the LCM, subtract it, that will give you answer plus minus root 3 upon 2. Now students, when we solve the square root, always answer used to come positive and negative. Now from here we have to select the sign is going to be positive or negative. Now for this, since x lies in third quadrant and we know that in third quadrant sign is negative because third quadrant is for tan and cot. That's why except tan and cot all are negative in third quadrant. That's why sign going to be negative. So we first will mention here since x lies in third quadrant, so sin x will be negative. So from two signs just select the negative sign. Now here sin x we already obtained. Now tan x we want, so sin upon cos, divide them, and since x lies in third quadrant, so it should be positive, so positive only we obtain. Now cosec x is the reciprocal of 1 upon sin, that's why minus 2 upon root 3, and cot x is reciprocal of tan, that's why 1 upon tan is 1 upon root 3. So we can observe that except tan and cot, all remaining are negative because their x lies in the third quadrant. Now, and students, in my previous video I already explained to you where are the quadrants and in which quadrant the angle measures from where to where and which trigonometric functions are positive in which quadrant. That everything I explained in my previous video. So I request from you that before doing this 3.2 exercise, once you just go through with my previous video so that quadrant and trigonometric functions sign will be clear to you. Now we will start the question number 2. In question number 2, sin x is available to us and we have to find out the remaining 5 trigonometric ratios when x lies in the second quadrant. So sin x is available, so soon after sin, since sin is the reciprocal of cosec, so cosec is 5 upon 3 reciprocal of sin. Now from the identity cos x is 1 upon sin 1 minus sin square x, so just substitute the value, that will give you positive negative. Now here you have to select that whether you are going to move with positive or negative. Now since x lies in second quadrant and students, in second quadrant only sin and cosec are positive, remaining all are negative. That's why from this plus and minus we are going to select minus 4 upon 5. So we will mention here since x lies in second quadrant, so cos x will be negative. That's why cos x is minus 4 upon 5. Now cos x reciprocal is sec x, that is also minus 5 upon 4. Tan x is sin x upon cos x, divide them, you will get minus 3 upon 4. And cot x is reciprocal of tan x, that is when you will do the reciprocal here you will get minus 4 upon 3. Now question number 3, and in question number 3 student, cot x is equal to 3 upon 4 is given to us and x lies in third quadrant, and in third quadrant only cot and tan are positive, so here cot x is 3 upon 4, so reciprocal of cot x is tan x, that is 4 upon 3. Now cosec x from the identity, from 10th class identity, we know the identity, that is cosec square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. From there cosec x is root 1 plus cot square x. Now substitute the cot value here, that will give you 9 upon 16. Just take the LCM, add it, you will get 25 upon 16. So square root of 25 upon 16 is plus minus 5 upon 4. Now which quadrant x lies? X lies in third quadrant, and in third quadrant only tan and cot are positive. So cosec value here just select negative. Since x lies in third quadrant, so cosec will be negative. So select minus 5 upon 4 for cosec x value, and the sin x is the reciprocal of cosec x. So from here, when you do the reciprocal, you will get minus 4 upon 5. Now cosec x from the 10th class identity, it's root 1 minus sin square x. Substitute sin value here. That will give you again plus minus. Now students, since x lies in third quadrant, and in third quadrant cos is going to be negative. That's why from here you will get plus minus both value, but select only minus 3 upon 5. It got cut here. It's going to be minus 3 upon 5. Now reciprocal of cos is sec x, that is minus 5 upon 3. Now the next question is question number 4. So in question number 4, we are given with sec x is equal to 13 upon 5. X lies in fourth quadrant, and in fourth quadrant what are the positive ratios? It is sec x and cos x. So except sec x and cos x, remaining all are going to be negative. So since sec x is equal to 13 upon 5, so reciprocal of sec x is cos x, that gave us 5 upon 13. Now tan x from 10th class identity, root sec square x minus 1, put here values, that will give you plus minus 12 upon 5. Now since x lies in fourth quadrant where 10 is negative, so select the negative value, that is minus 12 upon 5. The reciprocal of 10 is cot, that is minus 5 upon 12. Now sin is root 1 minus cos square x. Substitute here value, that will give you plus minus 12 upon 5. But since it lies in the fourth quadrant where sin is negative, that's why minus 12 upon 13. And cosec from here, just do the reciprocal, that will give you minus 13 upon 12. Now the next question is question number 5. In question number 5, 10 is minus 5 upon 12, where x lies in the second quadrant. And students, in second quadrant only sine and cosec are positive. So what I said, sine and cosec, except that all are negative. So 10 is already negative, so reciprocal of it is cot. Now from here, sec from 10th class identity, that is root 1 plus tan square x. Put here 10 value and do the LCM and take the square root, that will give you plus minus both. But since it lies in the second quadrant, so sec is going to be negative 13 upon 12. Now cos is just reciprocal of sec. Now we need sine, so sine formula identity is root 1 minus cos square x. Substitute cos value here, take again square root, that will give you again plus minus. And since it lies in the second quadrant where sine and cosec are positive, so from plus minus select only plus 5 upon 13 for the sine, and that is going to give you cosec x, because cosec x reciprocally sin x. So just do the reciprocal. So we obtain 13 upon 5. So students, here these questions are going to be very easy if you are learnt the quadrants and the concept of quadrant, that in which quadrant what trigonometry ratios are positive. So see my previous video. In that already I explained to you the formulas which we need in exercise 3.2. And if you have any doubt, you can write in comments so that we can clear out. Thank you.